and sleeping and every decision along the way and going, that just doesn't feel right to me.
Abby Thiering gave birth to her son Jack about 3 years ago. Like many first-time parents, she was having a hard time taking in all of this parenting stuff.
They handed me this tiny little newborn baby, completely helpless, and I was like, what in the world am I supposed to do with this? All the stuff that I thought that I knew didn't apply.
But there was one issue that jumped out immediately.
I started to learn that there's just a lot of misinformation about breastfeeding out there. Even in hospitals and all of these places where we expect to get the right information, there's just a lot of confusing information out there.
What was the most confusing part of it?
Well, the formula was going to help my son get what he needed, but in the meantime, I couldn't build up a supply of breast milk because he's taking in the formula.
So Abby took her frustrations online. She started a blog calling it the Badass Breastfeeder.
Started to get wind that there was this I didn't know there was this breastfeeding politics in this country where, it was okay to do it in certain places with certain age children and it wasn't okay to do it, say in public or this kind of thing. And that just seemed like a bunch of garbage to me. So I thought, well, I'm going to create this Facebook page and we're all going to share our breastfeeding pictures and it'll just be like a big breastfeeding party.
Today, that Facebook page has nearly 160,000 followers. Her mission has grown from a simple party to a nationwide campaign to promote nursing. And yes, breastfeeding in public remains a big part of that.
I breastfed on a seesaw the other day. You don't have to feel weird about breastfeeding a toddler because there's a lot of people doing it, even though maybe you don't see it so often. But, people come here and they find each other.
Abby still breastfeeds both of her children, 3-week-old Exley and 3-year-old Jack.
Do you nurse him out in public too?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the reaction to that?
I've never gotten a reaction.
Never gotten a reaction?
Never ever had anybody say anything to me. The only time people say anything to me is online. Everyone loves a boob until you put a baby on it, and then it just blows their mind. It just freaks them out. If you go anywhere else in the world, people are breastfeeding until the child's ready to stop. And that happens anywhere from, 2 to sometimes 5, 7. Empowering women is not about telling them what to do. Empowering women is helping women to decide what is truly right for them and their family, and then being able to make that decision without all of society's obnoxious commentary about what you should be doing.
Abby's strong opinions on parenthood have led to hundreds of thousands of regular readers, and she travels the country with the Mommy Conference speaking about the benefits of nursing.
Some people are really drawn to the blog and my story, and I would say the other half are drawn to the mission of nursing in public and normalizing breastfeeding by going out and breastfeeding on demand and breastfeeding wherever you are. And just the more it's seen, like I said, the less of a big deal it's going to be.
All right, so there's all the information you need. BadassBreastfeeder.com, that's our website, Facebook page, over 160,000 people now. I just checked, and there's the Twitter account as well. So yeah, it's a topic everybody's talking about. Everybody up here was talking about it during the piece.
And I was wondering, she's obviously really open about it, but I've always wondered if it's considered rude or impolite to ask a woman if she breastfeeds her child.
That's the woman.
I think it depends on the woman. I really do. I think kind of like a lot of things. One woman might not be offended, and someone else might say, you know what, none of your business, big guy.
Yeah.
So, big guy.
Yeah. All right.